Hey, if you want to figure out how I did these braids on myself for the second time, keep on watching. Hey! So I couldn't talk during these clips because it was 8 a.m. when I started, but I wanted to do black braids on myself this time for a vampy, dark angel sort of vibe. I also wanted this hair to last me until Halloween because I have the perfect costume planned. So I did want to reiterate that this is my second time ever doing braids on myself and my first time ever using this technique. So the parts and the technique could be better, but go easy on me. And also just to clarify like what my setup looked like, I think you can see it in the mirror. Sometimes I have my phone propped up in a ring light, and that's what I would use to see my reflection of the back of my head so that I could part things. I was gonna say good, but yeah, you be the judge of whether it's good, whether it's bad. I now am seeing a lot of imperfections, but whatever. I tried to be like the braiders who've done my hair in the past with this little gel application, but obviously I'm not as good as people who have professionally been doing it for, I don't know, years? Like, I started 2 months ago or something. Also, in hindsight, I should have kept this part as just one big braid, but I split it into two and the braids came out a little small. So yeah, I would have combined those two parts to make one big jumbo braid. And for these first few braids, I'm not doing the best job of showing you how I braided them. But the basic technique is you put the loop over your hair and then you twist it and you pull your hair up and then you braid it as normal. I think that was a terrible explanation as well, but I do show a better visual representation a little later in this video. And as I went on as well, the technique got better and I got smarter with planning before jumping into a braid, because you'll see a little later how not prepping with loops of hair already left me with a huge mess. And again, I'm also just working the best I can with what I have. So I'm keeping the braid and my extra hair out of the way as much as possible by using my ears. Okay, so this is the example of what I mean by prepping the loops of hair before starting with the braid. It made things way easier, and this is definitely sped up, but I do think it made things faster than me just pulling on the bundle trying to get the perfectly sized amount of hair for the braid. Here's where things got a little easier because I didn't need to use the camera like in the back of my head. Like I could use the mirror front facing, and I was able to get straight lines, sorta kinda. So I did want to include almost the full clip for this first front braid, because I want to show how difficult it was for me to try this new style. Obviously, it's a learning curve. And here I go again, not preparing the curly pieces, and I'm just falling into the same issue. I'm gonna have another matted mess. I literally had two big balls of matted hair. And so later on, I figure out that maybe I should section this hair too. Like, girl, you cannot afford to be fighting with this hair when you're trying to braid your hair. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Now, I did run into some trouble trying to keep the curly hair inside the braid. I kept braiding it without including the extra bit. I also realized that the extra hair had the same texture as my hair, which made me extra careful not to get my hair from the other sections braided into this first braid. The biggest secret for the technique in braiding with extensions is going to be to split the sections of hair extensions, to add it to the strand of your hair that's obviously shorter than the extensions, so that you can get the same length all the way down. So it's also around this time that I start to realize this is going to take a while, so I start taking faster clips and throw a little time lapse in there, you know what I mean? So I would say overall this process is easier than last time. I am also doing something that I've never done. I've never even gotten on my hair before, so it'll be interesting to see. Like these little bits and bobs I've never done. But I feel like it might look like a mermaid. Or just a hot girl, you know, hot girls do this. So, I feel like I got the technique down a little better, but that being said, I also think it's taking so long. But it's my day off. So technically, this is all I have. And we're back. I ended up making these loops beforehand because it was very difficult without that. I was trying, but the hair just gets super tangled if it's not taken out beforehand, or before using the braid. This one I'm not gonna add any of the mermaidish vibes because sabes los vides. Now the other thing is that I continually get hair from other sections in the braid, and that has been my worst week, to be honest, because that happened a lot with the last set that I did, and just like moving around the braids felt unnatural, because one, I never little fancy trick where you just got to run out without it. My hair getting in the braid. Don't want that to happen. I've been trying to combat that. I definitely think I'm gonna like this hairstyle. Gonna keep it longer. The last set, like I don't think I'll be as embarrassed to wear my hair like this versus the last one, because the last set wasn't bad, but it wasn't bad for me. Doing it myself for the first time ever wasn't bad. Colors could have been better. There was like no true vision for the colors. It was all kind of sporadic, and then the length was really short, which is okay, but if you combine that with like mid colors, then I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling it. But also the parts weren't good, so like all the like things that made it mid, they all combined to make it bad. Like, but these braids still look like decent. And they're longer, which gives them more leeway, I feel like. But I think it's only 1 o'clock. Maybe I could. I'm not even halfway down, I feel like that. But maybe, because I'm technically almost done with the top left. Top right should be easier because I'm right-handed. I'm just assuming. All I know is I'm excited about like how this is gonna look. Like I think that I'm gonna slay hard. Slay mama house down boots. Per, you know, the vibes.
And I feel like that's why people are
okay, so I finished.
Shot.
Yeah, but they were very nice when I took my break. And I'm doing therapy.
Ooh, long hair, don't care. Now, what's cool is I have everything. It's like so much easier because I have exactly how much I'm gonna do. It already looks so good. No, you guys are not ready for the transformation. Transformation.
I'll run for mayor over there. You know the qualifications can't be that high to be like the mayor of Las Vegas, right? No. And it might be me one day. I love that place. But
I'm already seeing what this is gonna take forever. So I'm gonna come back when I finish this top, the thing, and then I'm gonna get ready and just hang out with it. Feel a little different, do the middle. Okay, so I finished the top. I think it looks kind of good, to be honest. I think it looks good. I can't show you the full extent right now, but let's do the middle, and then we're done. Also, it's like almost 10 right now, and this is powered by Red Bull. Alright, voiceover Naomi back. I'm including this clip that's even long after I've made it 2 times speed and cut some stuff, because it was so hard for me to part the middle. I was definitely frustrated. I don't know if you can tell on my face. I'm frustrated watching this back. Like, if only I had a professional parter that worked for like $20, maybe $20 an hour. Like, that would make life so much easier, because what am I doing? Like, this side worked pretty well. That one was fast, simple. But this left side, like, just didn't want to part for the life of it. It's on me. Like, I am just bad at parting, I guess. But like, I'll part a little more than I need. Then I part it all up. Then I part a little more than I need. Then I like part it back down. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I was ready to lose it all. Here is the braid that I was talking about where you can see the technique a little better. So you put the loop of hair over your hair. You're gonna pull your hair up and twist the loop of hair at the same time. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully with this visual representation, it makes more sense. And happy braiding. That's all I can say. Well, I guess I could also say that watching this back, I definitely could have been better using more gel. But at this point, I was dead and tired, ready to get this over with. The parts aren't bad, considering I did it myself, but use more gel next time. It's like 4 a.m. I think it's like 3 a.m. I'm being dramatic. In the bathroom. I love it. I hope that the girls come out looking more uniform because this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know how to montage, by the way. Very unrelated, but comment if you're gonna go see the Wicked movie if you made it this far. Oh, they're mad. Y'all should have never showed me this technique. Can someone say mermaid? Can someone say mermaid? Mermaid? No, sorry. Mermaid?